Look how that's dried. Got a lot of textures there. It's definitely shiny. Quite a lot going on. Quite happy with that. You know, it looks fairly consistent. Hello, Blaine Gray here, Plastering for Beginners, and today I'm going to continue with a Venetian. Now, I've had a good few trials now. This is about my 5th go on a practice board. So I'm smashing through, and as you can see, I've got a nice pink colour this time. Last time I filmed it was a yellow colour. I've just gone for something different. I had a red dye, mixed it up, turned out a nice shade of pink. I had a little bit that was missing in the middle. It's actually peeled a bit, and that's because I didn't apply a decent primer. So that was my bad. But what I'm going to do is today is just practice the technique again. Now in the last one, the first video I showed, first time Venetian plastering, I was a bit hesitant with the application. It wasn't as fluid as it should be, so I've been practicing that. But the big thing today is application, trying to get a nice pattern, getting a nice texture, but the second thing is to try and get a nice polish. So what this is basically Venetian plastering, by the way. It's a lime-based plaster, and it leaves decorative, a very shiny, high gloss finish. And that's what I've been focused on learning recently, and I'm going to really try and hone in on it. This is the product I'm using. This is Venetian. This is from Imperia Italia. This is the brand I've been using. The good guys there, actually. I'm not endorsed by them. It's just a company that have been the most helpful, which is why I'm buying their products. They've been brilliant, actually, to be fair. So today I'm just going to carry on with the Venetian. I'm going to try and take it a bit further. If you watched the first video, brilliant. If you haven't, and you are interested in Venetian plastering, then subscribe, because I'm going to take you on my whole journey, and I do intend to master it. So subscribe now and watch, and I'll give you the advice I'm learning along the way. And thank you so much for the comments, people who did respond to the last video. It's so helpful, and I really mean that. It means a lot to me. So what, I'm going to get the trowels ready, and we're going to just start getting the application on, trying to get a bit of a texture, trying to get a pattern, and trying to get something out of this nice colour. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, so one thing, and one comment from a lot of helpers, again, brilliant, is I was originally applying the plaster at the top end of the trowel. I'm finding if you put it near the handle end, you get a little bit more control, and it's easy for it to stay contained within your trowel. I was leaving lines, and it wasn't a very nice application, but again, I've been really working on that. So what I'm going to try and do is do fluid motions, a lot more random, not just one direction. And the last thing on my first practice run, it was quite bare, I found, with the finish. So let's just get into it. Starting top left, I'm going to do a small section and polish it up as we go. So it's almost like swirls. And what I found with the practicing, it really does show through. So now it's my first time trying the red. As you can see, it's quite dramatic. But what I have read is it dries a bit faster. So again, this is totally new to me. Yeah, it's drying a lot faster. But you know, this is in my garage, so I'm just practicing. We're allowed to experiment here. What I'm trying to do is create random textures, but I'm also trying to fill in any sections as I go. So I'm going to do this section, and I'm going to polish it straight away. Let's see. It is drying a lot faster than the yellow I was using. Which is cool, you know. It's all training. This is what I don't like. The lines I'm leaving behind. There's a bit bare there, so I'm going to add a bit more in. Okay, I'm going to scrape that off. Clean the trowel. I found at this stage a clean trowel is crucial. So I'm going to clean the edges. Again, I'm just learning here. But from the practice I've done, clean trowel is necessary. So now I'm just going to polish it very early on. Quite a lot of pressure I find, but not too much. You can really see that texture coming out there. Bit of a wet patch there, I'm going to leave that. Don't want to get on it too early. I'm just going to go around it almost. I found from the practice I'm doing, it's very sensitive. You've almost got to hit it at the perfect time. If you're too late, it'll flake. If you're too soon, it kind of ripples up. So, it's very fussy. Again, this is only from my small amount of experience I have had, but I am enjoying experimenting with it. The good thing with the lights, it's got the lights all over it. I can see exactly how it's drying there. Keep cleaning the trowel off because I've picked up a bit of wet there. I'm not happy with how that's turned out or how I've left the lines, and that's something I've really got to work on because I don't like it. But I'm going to go back to the top now. You can really get that texture out. Anyone who's watching my method, please criticise. I'm learning and I want to learn how to do it properly. So I'm just going to avoid that patch. It is flaking. So that's that bit for now. It's got a high gloss already, I must say. I'm going to come down. Now I'm going to leave it for a minute. I'm going to start the next section. Now what you do, you kind of start away from yourself and you come into it. Again, that random movement of the trowel. I'm trying to make it as random as possible. To add a bit of texture to the so as you can see, small sections at a time. And the more motions you could do with it, I think the more interesting it gets, really. That was my biggest problem when I first got. I was quite robotic about it. Just a bit stiff. But I'm trying to add as much movements to each section. And if I see a white spot where it's drying a bit, then I'll just put a bit in, like there. The hard thing is trying to get an even coverage, I find, but we're all learning, aren't we? Now to test the product, I'm going to do a bigger patch and then polish it and see what results we get. Again, this is all practice for me. It's not... I'm just trying to see how far I can push the product. As you can see, it's really drying nicely there now, and you can really see the polish on it. But it does dry a lot faster, this colour. A hell of a lot faster. Right, let's finish that off. Clean the trowel. Clean it off. And then I'm going to polish that up. That top's drying. So again, always clean trowel. Ideally use a bit of sandpaper in between, but all good. Now I'm going to come from the top. Come right through. And what I'm finding, it's better horizontally at first. I prefer to come horizontally at the beginning and then vertically afterwards. So I'm going to go back to the top. I don't want to hit that section yet. I don't want to hit the freshly laid area, not quite yet. Now, when I'm polishing it this time, it feels right on the trowel. It's a bit of cushioning behind the product, but it still feels quite stiff. But I find if you do it too late, it drags and the trowel will drag. But at this point, it's actually going, it feels nice. So it's a good time, I think, to be polishing. So I got away with that section, I think. I'm going through, I'm going to work down now. Again, please, if there's anything I'm doing wrong, for you professionals out there, please let me know, because I am learning here. I am new. And I've not done any classes, so just being obsessed about it at home. So, nice pressure. And the trowels do make a massive difference. Because you've got such small surface area to push behind, you can really polish it up. So that's that. I think this section's actually polished a bit nicer than the other section. I think I did that a bit too soon. It's cool, we're all learning. I'm going to come up. That's nice. I'm getting some good textures there. Bit of bubbling there, but maybe I'll leave that a little minute. So my focus today was application and trying to hit and polish it at the right time. And I'm getting better, you know, it's improving. Right, now I'm going to let that dry for a minute and come on this end. See what we can do with that. Avoid this section, it is peeling. Again, I've just been abusing the same boards over and over, but it's okay. I'm not going to show it to anyone. Just a YouTube audience. Now my question to all you experts out there, can you over polish this product? Can you overdo it? And is that what's potentially causing the flaking? Is that it? Or is it just because I didn't prep it and I've just gone on top of a polished, smooth area? It's probably that, to be fair. It was actually flaking before I started. But if it was a real job, I'd prep it properly, obviously. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Got texture, got a shine. Step back. So I'm going to leave that for a bit. I'm going to see how it dries, then come back to it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's gone well. Consider it's first time trying that colour as well. I think it's gone well. That patch in particular looks quite smooth. It's quite good. Especially when we've got spotlights directly on it. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for a bit. See what it looks like. Look how that's dried. Got a lot of textures there. It's definitely shiny. Quite a lot going on. Quite happy with that. You know, it looks fairly consistent. High gloss. It's all good. Well, yeah, that's if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you're looking to improve in your Venetian, then follow us on our journey, because you know we're just learning and we'll tell you how and when to do it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Getting better slowly. Just a little side glance there. Usually polish it up, but I'm not going to because I want to keep going over it. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.